Hi, ladies. How are you today?
Good,
Very
Bonnie.
good, thank you.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. And I have to tell you, I could not stop watching this. I watched all 10 episodes. And then, of course, in the very last scene, my jaw dropped to the ground. Can you get on season 2 already? My God.
I would like it, Bonnie, if you talk to the streaming gods, Jeff Bezos,
Yeah.
and we can get that
I
going.
will do that for you. Amy, let's start with you because I want to know what it was that just gripped you about the series, as if I didn't know, but you can tell me.
So Jamie Tarsis, who has been a friend and someone I've worked with regularly, first female president of a network, badass female, said, I have a script I want you to take a look at from a really talented, sort of new emerging voice. And I think you'll like it. And she's always very like, I think you'll like it. You'll see. She would never be like, you're going to love this. Because I think she knew I would love it. So I read the script and I was like, I'm in. Like the idea of talking about, is it harder to survive on a deserted island or be a teenager? Count me in right away, because that felt very true and very authentic. And it was just exciting to know that there was going to be these diverse women with all points of view in the story. And then a very strong group of women behind the scenes. It was thrilling.
It's amazing. And, Rachel, as always, you're so fantastic. I love seeing you in series work. I go back for Brothers and Sisters and, of course, 6 Feet Under. And to see you flesh this character out in this show, you're fantastic. To say that your character, Gretchen, is driven by her job is an understatement. I call her a colossal bitch. How would you describe her?
I think my starting point entree into this was Elizabeth Theranos, but then I did go through Pol Pot, Stalin, and various other revolutionary thinkers. I try not to think about my characters that way, but she is definitely somebody who cares about humanity more than she cares about humans. Now, some of those people have been incredibly destructive in this world. And then you have, I think, your Greta Thunbergs. She cares about humanity, I think, more than she does humans. So let's see which way she goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so interesting because it's not just the physical. I find the psychological part of this so fascinating. I mean, Amy, when you throw all these girls together who never knew each other, just like they are in the show, that must have been fascinating to watch them grow.
Well, it dawned on me pretty early on as I would sit and watch our actors in their big puffy coats and the Uggs as we were setting up, and we were on the middle of a beach that it took an hour and 45 minutes to get to, and they would be laughing and taking care of each other and giggling, that we had literally set up the experiment by choosing to film in New Zealand, because we took all these people who only one of them was from New Zealand. They didn't know each other. And watching, I mean, I do think Gretchen might be right. Watching those 8 women support each other, take care of each other, be there for each other, was pretty amazing. They were on an island alone and figuring it out. And so for us, I think we had a very clear plan about where we were going for the first season. But to sort of see how, obviously there's always this thing, 8 women on a set, a bunch of women on a set, what will that look like? Well, the reality is every set I've ever been on, including the one that has sort of the most controversial group of women, the set was the most professional, prepared group of people you've ever seen. I mean, everybody walked onto those sets, taking care of each other in those scenes and knew their lines, never showed up late. So for me to be able to sort of celebrate that within the series itself is also thrilling.
Yeah, I mean, and Rachel, for you, you don't get to experience life on a desert island. You've got your comforts and your high heels, which you don't like, but I get that. I understand that. But if you were thrown on a desert island, do you think you would be able to handle it without any of your comforts and stuff in real life? How do you think you would handle yourself?
I do think I'd survive. I've got pretty good bush skills. I'm always using like a piece of blue tack and a piece of string to do something crazy. Like I've rigged up a nice little filter over my fluorescent light I have here today I'm in hotel quarantine.
Okay.
Look, I think, alone would be hard, with 10 girls, I think it would be pretty interesting. And Amy, I think, picked up on a great point there. The trope of what women are together, which is, a pile of cats clawing, really does need to be dismantled, because I think we are collaborative creatures at heart. And it's one of the reasons why during the pandemic, female leaders are really outperforming. They listen, they collaborate, and I think they are more caring about each other rather than their own career advancement. That seems to be playing out, certainly in my part of the world, down here in Australia.
Yeah.
So, I think it's time to blow up that trope. This is the first show I've had all female management, and I just can't tell you how much I loved it.
Yeah, well, I loved it too. It was wonderful to see you in this. I loved it, as I said. And thank you so much for your time, ladies.